someone Andy, fire!
Go for it.
The story opens with a police car driving toward an unknown location. Inside the vehicle is a corrupt individual being taken somewhere to be blackmailed. However, the journey is interrupted when a tractor blocks their path. Forcing the car to stop, two officers step out to investigate and clear the road, but are suddenly ambushed and killed by a mysterious attacker. Realizing the danger, the police chief instructs two more officers to secure the area while another guards the prisoner inside. Unfortunately, they are also swiftly eliminated by the same assailant, clearly a highly skilled killer. The attacker then enters the vehicle, eliminates the last remaining officer, and confronts the corrupt man. This mysterious killer is revealed to be Walker, a former Marine turned international hitman. After losing his family when the corrupt man thinks Walker is there to rescue him, he offers money and anything Walker desires, but Walker refuses. This man is his target without hesitation. Walker kills him as Walker prepares to leave. He realizes the police chief has escaped and may have seen his face. He quickly contacts a trusted friend, who advises him to visit a facility where he can assume a new identity. Walker arrives at the secret location and is greeted by an elderly woman who informs him that his new identity will be processed overnight for safety. He's then escorted to a room by an officer named Smith and asked to surrender all his personal belongings, including his phone, wallet, and even his fingerprints. This facility is a sanctuary for hitmen seeking to vanish and start over. Inside, Walker meets other assassins, including a pregnant woman named Juliet and a fellow killer named Elda. Elsewhere, a mafia group led by the right-hand man of a mob boss prepares to raid the facility. Their mission: retrieve Juliet. Walker, meanwhile, is lost in thought, staring at a photo of his deceased daughter. His grief consumes him until the facility is suddenly breached. The mafia kills several guards and disables the surveillance system. Smith, unaware due to listening to music, is horrified when he stumbles upon the carnage and triggers the alarm. Despite the chaos, Walker remains indifferent, still lost in his sorrow, until Elda and Juliet come to ask for his help. Elda pleads with him, explaining the mafia is after Juliet, but Walker declines.
Lock the door on the way out.
Compounds.
He doesn't know them and doesn't care. However, when a mafia thug storms into Walker's room, he's forced to defend himself and eliminate the threat. Realizing the situation is dire, Walker decides to fight back. Walker soon reunites with Elda and Juliet after they fend off another attacker. Elda urges him to help eliminate more mafia intruders, but Walker insists it's her responsibility. Nevertheless, he steps in when Elda is nearly overpowered as they try to reach the armory. Juliet hides under a vehicle to avoid being spotted, but is discovered thankfully. Walker and Elda intervene just in time. Once inside the armory, they find the weapons locked behind glass and only manage to retrieve some knives and smoke grenades from another storage area. A shootout follows as more mafia members converge. Smith is fatally wounded, and Walker is shot in the leg. They retreat to the medical room, where Elda finally reveals Juliet's past. Juliet was once trafficked by the mafia and became the mob boss's girlfriend. When she got pregnant, the boss planned to sell her and the baby. Elda, unable to bear the cruelty, helped her escape. Walker, moved by this story, agrees to help. Further, Elda sets out to disable the signal jammer so Walker can contact his friend on the way. She confronts more mafia operatives and is injured, but succeeds in her mission. Walker then calls his friend,
I need 2 cars now.
who promises help will arrive in an hour. Elda, Walker, and Juliet head toward the storage room to retrieve a phone, but are ambushed by another hitman named Collins. After a tough fight, they manage to defeat him, planning to take on new identities while waiting for extraction. They head toward the front room only to be ambushed again. Walker lures a hitman named Fisher away and defeats him after a brutal battle. Meanwhile, Elda defends Juliet from another assassin until Walker intervenes again. Walker uses a grenade to destroy a car and kill another attacker. Elda finishes the job, but suddenly Keats, another mob boss lieutenant, captures Juliet and threatens her and the baby. Walker and Elda find Juliet missing and realize she's been taken. Walker, exhausted, refuses to continue helping. Elda confronts him, reminding him of his past. His wife and daughter were victims of human trafficking too. She heads out alone, but just as Walker is about to leave, he spots his daughter's photo in the pendant he dropped earlier. This sparks a change of heart. He rushes to help Elda locate Juliet just as Keats and Reynard, the mob boss's men, try to force her into a car. A fight breaks out. Elda struggles, but Walker arrives in time. Elda defeats Keats and Walker after a tough battle kills Reynard with Juliet's help, who rams him with a car. Reinforcements arrive, and the survivors are rescued. Walker's friend calls to offer him a new job, but Walker declines, saying he has unfinished business. In the final scene, the mob boss relaxes in his office until gunshots erupt outside. Panicked, he shoots blindly, killing his own men. Walker enters and kills the boss without mercy. In the aftermath, Elda and Juliet await the birth of her baby, planning to name the child after Walker in honor of his heroism. The movie ends. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more movie recaps.